Here's Johnny! It's alright if you haven't seen The Shining, which is based on Stephen King's novel, and that is why I thought, but not just why, I thought I'll talk about why I love books. I'm Axat, thank you so much for tuning into my vlog, and as you can see, something is going down in the society tonight, and they are setting up red and white tents. Red and white is such an awesome max color combo for me because it is the school colors. They are the school colors of my alma mater, the Lawrence School Sanar, which is where I guess I honed my reading habit, because the library, which is called Parker Hall, was a treasure. You know, it was just a cave of books in which I could lose myself, to quote Eminem, and to paraphrase Eminem rather. Alright, so thanks to my Awesome Max company, I've got 2 books, one last month which is called No Filter, and one this month which is called Hook. And unfortunately this one I just received, so but this one I got last month. I've only been able to come till page 54 or thereabouts, yeah, around which time they get the news that they are going to be acquired by Facebook for $1 billion. So $1 billion was a rarity at that time, because I think YouTube, on which you are watching this and on which I upload these unedited vlogs, so YouTube was acquired by Google for 1.5 or 6 billion, something like that. But that was I think I read in this book, in those pages only, that it was before the recession sort of hit the US economy. But anyway, so this was the latest addition to my library. I do not do sundoku. Sundoku is a Japanese term for piling up books that you haven't read. Alright, so I don't do that. Generally, as soon as I get a book, I read it cover to cover, unless I don't get time because of work. So it's kind of, I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit that reading has gone down. There is no denying that, especially physical books. But even digital books, like the science fiction that I've just published on Stackme, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. It's like $50 for a PDF that will tell you the story of an android that gains consciousness while it's deployed on the moon, and I have set it 400 years into the future. So, you know, it's kind of about how artificial intelligence begins to think like a human, how we have expanded to the moon and are using it as a another base for launches to Mars. Mars is, in 400 years, I guess, the way that I have portrayed it, it has become, not the entire planet has not become habitable, but it has become conducive to human survival because of all the artificial systems that we've built there. But let's not get into those science fictional details right now. I'll concentrate on books. Okay, so the earliest memory I have is in St. Karen's School in Patna, Bihar, where I'm from. And I don't remember whether we had a library or not, but I did have a habit of reading the English and Hindi literature books, like at the beginning of the term, you know, when we got those new books. And when I came to Sanar in Form 2, Form 2 is Standard 4. So when I came to Sanar in Class 4 in 1994, the prep school department had all the Nordies and Enid Blytons and lots and lots of children's literature. And on the train rides from and to my school, I used to read all these, you know, the things we used to get on AH Wheelers, like Commando comics, which used to show me how the world wars went from different perspectives. And Khushwant Singh's joke books. Oh, when I think about AH Wheelers on train station platforms, I remember Khushwant Singh's joke books. And when I used to go home, when I used to spend my holidays with my maternal grandmother, so she used to get me these Nandan, Champak, Chanda Mama. So the moon has always been a nice spiral in my life, and it continues to be so, and it will continue to be so. #6rism. Okay, so books were introduced to me at an early age, and I think that is where a voracious reading habit starts. Because I mean, at least in my circle, I don't know anyone who picked up reading as a serious hobby when they became adults. And by adults, I mean like corporate life and stuff, because college you are just having fun. Okay, so after that I graduated to senior school, and that is where, like I mentioned, Parker Hall gave me access to all sorts of encyclopedias and reference books, classic literature, and National Geographics. Oh my god, I mean, the National Geographic collection at Parker Hall was enormous, and I had a gala time, exploring the world through words. And that is what I try to do in my writing as well. So I might as well show you that I love books so much that I wrote my own book. It's about travels throughout India, and a little bit of philosophy as well. Like I said, Sixarism and existentialism. Okay, so after school I came to college. So college reading started with a bang, alright, because I think I remember that Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter, had just dropped when I had gone for first counseling. So I bought it in Connaught Place and I read it on top of Palika Bazaar. So if you ever come to Delhi, Connaught Place of course is a nice shopping experience. Palika Bazaar is it can't be replicated, it's an underground melee of shops and shopkeepers, more importantly. I don't know how it is these days, because ever since Corona I haven't been there. But yeah, Palika Bazaar had a lawn on top of it as its roof, sort of a thing, and I read, imagine, the entire Order of the Phoenix in one go. I used to go to one of those food places in CP, have a snack or something, grab something to drink, and come back and lie down and continue with the story. So college reading started like that. I already had a great Lord of the Rings compendium edition, which was introduced to me by my very good friend from Sanar, Devan, and he actually mentioned The Hobbit, which is the prequel. I mean, by now there's a whole trilogy of movies about The Hobbit also, so everybody knows about Tolkien. But he actually told me that The Hobbit is where the Ring saga starts, right? Okay, so this was how it was developing, and then my senior Vivek gave me two very nice books, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy I have spoken about at length, and we actually did a towel day event which was organized by Project Bibliotherapy, so you might want to check that out. I'll leave that link in the description as well, if I remember, because I don't edit these things. Okay, so Zen taught me about quality, what it means like to pursue quality in life. And Hitchhiker's Guide, of course, gave me great insights into British sarcasm. All right, and so then I started to expand my reading a bit more, and I guess my first roommate at DCE gave me two awesome Max books on which movies have been made. So he gave me Fight Club and he gave me Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So thanks for that, KB. Huge shout out, bro. It was great to see you at Nitin's wedding. Alright. So this is kind of how it kept on developing, and maybe in MBA at FMS I was not so much into reading extracurricular things, because the syllabus reading itself was quite deep and detailed. So yeah, since then when I began my corporate career, I kept on adding. Like I said, I buy a book, read it. So I got Camus' collection, I got Kafka. The books were flapping in the wind. Okay, so yeah, during my corporate life I have basically tried to keep up my reading as much as I could, but no excuses. it has gone down. So I'm so thankful. That brings the spiral back to my company InstaHire, that they've given me the opportunity to read more, and that is what Project Bibliotherapy does as well. So alright, I'll call it a vlog, because now the sun is starting to have an effect on me. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching, guys and gals, people, humans, and ad astra. I will say we must all get into space. Namaste, take care and stay safe. I'm Axat.